I'm really excited, guys, to let you know that I'm now sponsored by Boss Boxes. It's a great site. You guys can go ahead and get all your gamer needs. All you have to do is go to the website, pick what you want, go ahead and add it to your cart. And once you get to your cart, guys, when you get to checkout, you can pay with Apple Pay, PayPal. Go ahead and check out and throw that discount code in there. Go ahead and throw in RyeBread, and you guys will get 10% off your purchase. It's really great. It's a really awesome site. Really, guys, it got some really cool stuff, so I really recommend you guys go ahead and check that out. I'm really happy to be sponsored by them, and I hope you guys enjoy their stuff. Hey guys, RyeBread here. Just a quick little thing beforehand. I am going to be doing an NHL 18 beta montage, so if you guys have any great clips that you'd like to submit, any clips from the beta, whatever they may be, they could be glitches, they could be glitch goals, they could be awesome deeks that you did, amazing hits, whatever it is, go ahead and send me a message either on my YouTube page, where you got to go to the About tab on your computer and hit send message, or you can hit me up on Twitter. Obviously, my Twitter is RyeBread3097, or you guys can go ahead and just find a way to get it to me. You can maybe make a comment and I'll get in touch with you guys. But hope you guys enjoy the video coming right up. How's it going, everybody? RyeBread here today, and we are back with our Nashville Predators franchise mode, and we are in the Stanley Cup Finals against the Buffalo Sabres. Now, if you guys didn't see the last one, we were able to get past the Arizona Coyotes in a clean sweep. Previously, we had two gentlemen's sweeps against the St. Louis Blues and the San Jose Sharks. Buffalo has went to 3 straight 7-game series, so hopefully they're a little bit tired. Hopefully they're exhausted. But they got a pretty good team over there in Buffalo. But don't forget, I think they let Sam Reinhart walk, and I believe he's with Carolina now. I think that's where he signed anyway. I remember that season. I didn't know if it was worth it to give up that much money for him. But he's now in Carolina, so unless Buffalo matched the offer, in that case, then he's still on the Sabres, which means they have a pretty freaking good team. But let's go ahead and check out what they have over in Buffalo, with Jack Eichel still leading the way, 92, 92, 89. So they don't seem to be as dominant as we are, but hell, they've made it this far, and they've already won 1 Stanley Cup. Are we the only thing impeding their progress from winning 2 Stanley Cups in the first 4 years of this universe? Good God. Alright, so yeah, this is us. You guys know what we got. We've got the same old rockin'. Goaltender John Gibson again. Hopefully he can keep up his brilliant performance this postseason. But now for the Sabres, and they have Alex Nylander on that first line, who's listed as a third line scoring forward, with Jack Eichel, who's a 96 at age 23, and Kyle Okposo, who they've kept around. Adam Henrique they signed in free agency. I guess that money, instead of going to Sam Reinhart, they gave it to Adam Henrique, which is kind of weird because I would rather have Sam Reinhart than Henrique, but looks like it's paying off for him. He's got 11 points. He had 60 points this season. Okay, not bad. With Ryan O'Reilly in the center, he's a great second-line center. They already had him, and Eichel, obviously is going to be that #1 center as soon as he grows high enough. And then they stuck with Tyler Ennis, the sniper, who's actually not doing too poorly. Their third line, some younger faces, boys. They got Rasmus Asplund there. I almost considered trading for him. Zemgus Girgensons there, and Nick Baptiste, so that's a pretty good third line. And then their fourth line is Michael Latta, a grinder, Ben Smith, a two-way forward, and then Hudson Fashing, who's actually part of their system, a two-way forward as well. So it's a pretty good team. It doesn't seem to be as stacked, especially with Alex Nylander up there on that wing. I think we can expose him defensively, but 99 passing and 90 offensive awareness is just unfreaking believable. But the dude's got no defensive awareness, so hopefully we can get guys like James Neal and Philip Forsberg and Ryan Johansson to get after them. Defensively, they have Zach Bogosian on their first line with a 94 overall Rasmus Ristolainen. Jake McCabe, who is a defensive defenseman there, with Dmitry Kulikov, who they've kept around, and then Cody Franzen and Kevin Klein. So their defensive core isn't that great. I mean, obviously having a 94 Risto helps, but a 91 Yossi and a 91 Subban is, I think, better than a 94 Risto and an 85 Bogosian. And then in goal, they still have Robin Lehner, who has grown to an 88, and then their backup is Jonas Johansson. But he's probably not going to see any time. But Robin Lehner, how's he doing this playoffs? Doing pretty good, about 2 goals against per game, just about that, a little bit under. Save percentage isn't too great, goal against average, so he had a little bit of a down year, but obviously with that kind of offense and with the couple firepower that they have in Buffalo with like Henrique, I would rather see O'Reilly or Henrique on that first line, but I'm not going to coach their team for them. If they want to throw out Nylander and go more for offense, less for defense, I'm not going to argue with them, because I think Forsberg, Johansson, and Neal can go ahead and get to them.
And I think our second line can hold down their second line. I might need to move Fiala down and move Craig Smith up, just because I think that second line is going to be their most threatening line. But we'll all see how the simulation goes as soon as we get into game number 1 here, boys. Oh, man. This Stanley Cup, season number 4, this will be the quickest I've won the Stanley Cup, I think, if I do end up winning this one. So let's hope I do. Let's go ahead and get into game number 1, boys. They're not a bad team over there in Buffalo, but they went to 7 in 3 series. Let's hope they don't make it 7 and another win in this one. Let's go. Come on, boys. We need a strong first period for these hometown Nashville fans. And okay, so 11-13 in shots, but it's still 0-0. I'd rather have that than be down. Okay, can we score a goal in the second period? We do end up scoring, but of course their worst defenseman and had Adam Henrique end up scoring, but Philip Forsberg keeps us in it. The shots are even. It's 2-1 Buffalo as we start this third period down on the score sheet. All right, so Robin Lehner is playing well, but so is John Gibson on the power play, and Ryan O'Reilly scores shorthanded against us and extends the lead to 3-1. And Buffalo jumps out to a commanding lead as there are 5 minutes left in the period. Is somebody from Nashville going to score more than 1 goal, or is Robin Lehner going to shut us down? And that defensive core of Buffalo, and probably mostly Robin Lehner, goes ahead and gets the job done and only allows 1 goal that entire time. Interesting. That shorthanded goal by Ryan O'Reilly was a real ball buster. That one really killed any kind of comeback hopes we really had. And I'm not going to focus on scouting anymore. All right, we got to get into game number 2. We got to get this series tied again as we head into, as we're headed back to Buffalo. We need to go ahead and get this game tied. Let's see. We need a strong first period where we score more than 1 goal a game, and it's gonna happen, boys. Craig Smith and Philip Forsberg get past Robin Lehner, but Rasmus Ristolainen opens the scoring nearly 3 minutes into the game on John Gibson, but it is 2-1 Nashville as we are being outshot 14-9. Oh, boys. Come on, keep it up. Get these pucks past Robin Lehner. He's not elite like John Gibson is. Let's go, boys. Second period. All right, it's still 2-1. We are outshooting them by 5, though. We had a good period, a total turnaround of 10 shots. We were down by 5. Now we're up by 5 in shots, but it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that +1 goal differential on the score sheet there. 9 minutes left in the period. We're still up by 1. I'd love an insurance marker, but come on, boys. You can hold it down defensively. That's what we're known for. 2 minutes. 1 minute, and we're gonna beat Buffalo in a nail-biter 2-1 as shots are about even. A great game for the Nashville Predators. All the scoring happened in that first period there, boys. Do we have any minus players? Salamaki and Sisson, so it seems like that fourth line was the one to give up the goal to Risto. But I'm not going to complain too much. We got out of there with a win and are tied 1-1 as we head back. We'll head to Buffalo for the first time in the series. Let's see how those fans are eagerly awaiting their second Stanley Cup. Will Nashville be able to get their first Stanley Cup and be able to get their names off that dreaded list of teams that have never won a Stanley Cup? Come on, boys. Can we do it? We need to take a solid 2-1 lead. We need to take 1 game in Buffalo is all I'm asking for to reclaim home ice advantage. Let's go, boys. Get out to a strong period and silence that crowd. All right, it's 0-0 still, so we haven't silenced the crowd, but they're certainly not energized for any reason. They are outshooting us slightly by 4, but we still have time to come back in the second period. We open the scoring with Victor Arvidsson, but then Nick Baptiste on the third line, and then Jack Eichel, their leader, the 96 overall Jack Eichel, goes ahead and gets Buffalo up 2-1 as we're starting this third period, and we are also being outshot. So come on, Nashville, you need to turn that defense into offense. We're known for our defense. Now let's put some pucks in the back of the net, boys, shall we? All right, 2-1. Oh, Buffalo's on the power play now. Are we going to... Yes, we kill it off. Clutch, boys. Come on, 5 minutes left. Somebody step up and score for us. We need this goal, boys. Come on, 2 minutes. 1 minute. And it's not going to happen as Buffalo returns the favor and takes a 2-1 lead. And a 2-1 lead in the series as well as they get 2-1 goals in the second period as well. So we are now down again. Will we be able to fight back and take 1 game like I asked for in Buffalo? That's all we need is 1. We have a player morale meeting. Interesting. But I'll go ahead and check it out. I won't hold the team meeting. Kyle Turris wants to talk. He doesn't like his ice time. I'm going to demand more from him. And he's okay with that. Okay, perfect. I don't want anybody bitching about ice time and something going wrong here. As we're in the Stanley Cup Finals, like, come on, boys, don't complain about ice time. You made it this far. We need this game, though. We cannot go down 3-1 to Buffalo. We need to tie this series up as we head back to Nashville regardless of what the result of this series is, but I'd love a tied series versus a deficit of 2 games. Come on, boys. Get out on that score sheet early. Let's go. First period. Oh, and Ryan O'Reilly scores first for the Buffalo Sabres, and it's 1-0 Buffalo. Come on, boys. I know you've got the offensive firepower and defense. That's all you can allow them. That's all you can give up, John Gibson, is that 1 goal. Come on, boys. Second period. And Craig Smith ties it up for the Nashville Predators on the Buffalo Sabres and is now tied 1-1 as we head into this third period. The next goal is crucial, and Nashville's now on the power play, a 5-on-3, a 5-on-4, and Matthias Ekholm scores on Johansson. They put in their backup goalie, Johansson. It's now 2-1 Nashville. Come on, boys. We need to capitalize on the backup goaltender. 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Oh, come on, boys. Just shut it down. Gibson, 1 minute, 19? Okay, phew. We got out of that game with another 2-1 win. This is as close of a series as I've seen in a long time in a simulation. And it's 2-2 in the series as we head back to Nashville for game number 3. And it is a crucial or pivotal game number 5. Who will get their third win of the series? Who will drop and be faced with elimination and faced with losing the Stanley Cup? Oh, come on, boys. We got the home ice fans in front of us. Let's at least win this one game. Come on, if we can go up 3-1 or 3-2 in the series, we've yet to be leading in the series. Now would be the perfect time to do it. First period. Oh, and Kyle Okposo, and that's the first one for Buffalo. Again, boys, that's all we can give up. We need to shut her down again. Gibson, I'm calling on you yet again. Shots are about even. I need you to just keep them off the score sheet because we're not going to score a ton of goals. Both teams are evenly matched. Let's go, boys. We need some goals in the second period. And we do. We get Subban and Josi, the defense, stepping up for your Nashville Predators, turning that defense into offense just like I asked. Buffalo on the power play, though. They aren't able to capitalize. Our defense comes through. John Gibson gets scored on by Tyler Ennis. I was just about to give him credit for locking it down, but he doesn't. And Buffalo's back on the power play, and they capitalize this time, and they're still on the power play. It's 3-2 for Buffalo, and they're still on the power play for like 5 minutes. Come on, boys. We got 2.5. Somebody step up and score. Clutch, boys. And Cody Franson, oh, screw you. Of course, Cody frickin' Franson had to score. And it's a 4-2 victory for Buffalo. And they take a 3-2 series lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. I need to do something. I can't just sit back and let this lineup roll out. I got to do something. I'm going to move Craig Smith up there. Hopefully, his two-way game and Fiala down here will help. But, oh, man, guys. This is not looking good. We weren't able to capitalize on the power play. Let's go ahead and throw Turris up here instead of Neal, and then instead of Arvidsson, oh shit, we'll put Fiala in the center just because we don't really have a good enough center to put on that second line. But I just kind of want to stack that first line power play. Oh, that could be the turning point, boys. That is a pivotal game to lose. Oh, come on, boys. We need to take this win. Let's go. Let's get off to a strong first period, which has been elusive to us. We haven't been able to get that early goal and rattle the Buffalo Sabres. Come on, let's do it in this first period. Holy shit. A 4-3 first period. Ryan O'Reilly gets out early, but James Neal answers right away. Then Risto, O'Reilly, and Henrique all score within 6 minutes. But Johansson and Arvidsson both score to keep Nashville in it, and it's 4-3 Buffalo. Goaltending is non-existent. Jesus, will we have a better second period than the Sabres? And we do. We net 2 as Ricard, Raquel, and Pajot score for us as we have a 1-goal lead as we head into this third period. But man, goaltenders are not safe, and we aren't able to capitalize on the power play, but neither are the Buffalo Sabres. We still have that 1-goal lead. On the power play go the Sabres, and they capitalize with Cody Franson on Jonas Enroth. We put Enroth in because we must not have liked Gibson's start. And I wonder if they put Johansson in for the Sabres. But it is 5-5, 90 seconds left. And it's overtime, boys. Will Buffalo win the Stanley Cup at home in overtime? Or will Nashville force a game number 7, boys? Come on, we need one more goal. Somebody bury it in the back of the net. We need to find some offense. And Enroth, I know you're in net. I just need you to lock her down. On the power play, will the changes pay off? They don't. We aren't able to capitalize on a beautiful opportunity in overtime on the power play with 5 minutes left in the period. 4 minutes. 3 minutes. Oh, come on. Somebody net one. 2 minutes. 1 minute. And we're headed to a second overtime. These fans in Buffalo are certainly getting their money's worth as oh my God, they're 1 goal away from lifting their second Stanley Cup in 3 years. But can we postpone that fate? Can we turn fate to our own side and get us back to Nashville for a game number 7? Will we come through in the second overtime? And we do! It is the fourth line. It is David Perron scoring. And it is 6-5, a double overtime victory for the Nashville Predators. And God, boys, it is going to 7. The Buffalo Sabres have played will play the maximum amount of games you can play in the postseason. Do they have the stamina? I know they're mostly young, but they got some veterans. Can they hold up? We've been relatively fresh, and this is the moment we've been waiting for, boys. This is the pivotal game of the franchise. Will we take it where we have the prime opportunity to, or will we choke away such a good opportunity that we fought so hard for? We built this super team at the start of the season. We waltzed our way through the Western Conference Finals, and now we face a tough opponent from the East. But it's one more hurdle, one more shift, one more period, one more game, boys. And that's all we have left. It's the only thing standing between us and the Stanley Cup are the Buffalo Sabres, and each individual period that we will not be skipping. And we start out on the early power play, and Philip Forsberg scores early, boys. Oh my God, he gets us off to a great start as Nashville in game number 7 goes up 1-0 as we are halfway through the period. That is the only goal on the score sheet. Shots are going back and forth. These hometown fans are going nuts. It's all your fault, Leonard. It's all your fault. Oh my God. Second period, boys. Come on. We need to keep up this intensity. Keep up the defense, boys, and one more goal for us. I would certainly not complain about that. All right, we're on the power play yet again, but this time we aren't able to capitalize as we hit halfway point of the game, leading 1-0. 5 minutes left in the period. Shots are going back and forth. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. And it's 1-0. Oh my God, as we head into this third period of game number 7, boys. Oh my God. Come on, guys. We can do it. We're leading just on the power play now. We can't get any insurance on the power play yet again. They're trying to give us an insurance marker. Halfway through the period, it's still 1-0. John Gibson is locking it down in net. The defense is shielding Buffalo off. They're on the power play. Last chance effort, and they aren't able to capitalize, boys. And Nashville takes game number 7 with a tremendous performance from their goaltender, John Gibson, and we get out of game number 7 as the Stanley Cup champions. 1-0 final. Oh my God, we just won the Stanley Cup, boys. We just did it. Oh my God, this super team talk was you guys all thought I was blowing smoke. The comment section was rooting for Buffalo. But the Nashville Predators Smashville is partying tonight as in game number 7, Philip Forsberg, the number 1 player on the team, assisted by Subban and Turris on the power play, nets the only goal of the game. And really, the star of the show here is John Gibson. Game number 7, you need goals? Nah, we got John Gibson, boys. Look at those goose eggs on the top of that board. Only one non-zero on the entire score sheet. And that is the one goal Nashville has scored to win the Stanley Cup 1-0 in game number 7. Oh my God. What a finish, boys. Holy shit, we just did it. Oh my God. Wow, Buffalo took us to the limit. A 4-1 win against San Jose, a 4-1 win against St. Louis, a 4-0 sweep against the Arizona Coyotes, but the Jack Eichel-led Buffalo Sabres were not gonna go quietly. We had to force a Game 7. They were up 3-2, and we were able to take this one. Both games, Game 6, a pivotal Game 6 in Buffalo where they had a chance to lift the cup in front of home ice fans, but no, the cup travels back to Tennessee and we are able to lift it in front of our hometown crowd, boys. And Philip Forsberg had 10 goals in 21 games, 19 points, and he for sure stole the show. Now, a guy like Ryan Johansson hasn't simulated too great, in all honesty. I don't know what it is, but this guy, I mean, I'm not discrediting him in whatsoever, but look at season number 2. He had 81 points. Maybe I just don't have the right partner up there with them, with James Neal. Maybe Victor Arvidsson is more suited to play on that first line, or Fiala or something. But I'm not going to worry too much about how we look on the lines, boys, because all that's mattering is we've got champagne flowing in the locker room, and most importantly, John Gibson is lifting the cup. 937 save percentage, 175 goal against average in 21 games played. Man, oh man, was that a series that's going to go down in the record books as probably one of the greatest series we've had on the channel, without a doubt. Let's go ahead and check out how the Buffalo Sabres did. Ryan O'Reilly tried to carry his team through. Ryan O'Reilly and Jack Eichel had over 20 points in these playoffs, yet they still couldn't get it done. How was the goaltending? Was it the reason? 935 save percentage and a 196 goal against average is good. It's very good. But it's nowhere near how good John Gibson was, boys. And, oh my God, let's take a quick playoff recap. How did we get here? Series number 1 against the San Jose Sharks. We continued our hot form from the end of the regular season and snuck out in overtime a 3-2 win, promptly followed by a 2-1 overtime loss. We turned on the heat, went up 4-1 in game number 3, 2-0 in game number 4, and 3-0 in game number 5. Then we kept our winning ways going against the St. Louis Blues with a 4-2 win, snuck past them in a 4-3 overtime win, went up 3-0 in the series with a 3-2 win in game 3, lost the possible sweep, but we were able to secure it in overtimes. Now, we were tested, not as much as the Buffalo Sabres, but we were tested. We went up against a hot Arizona Coyotes team, shut them out in game number 1, 3-0, a 3-2 win, and then we traveled to Arizona where we won 4-2, and a 2-1 clutch victory at the end. And then here in the Stanley Cup, we dropped the first one. Didn't look good. Game number 2, we won 2-1. Tied the series up as we headed to Buffalo, losing game number 3, winning game number 4. It was then 2-2 in the series, coming back home, actually getting a little bit dominated on home ice, 4-2. Changed up the lines a little bit. Offense exploded in game number 6. A 6-5 overtime win. Took us double overtime to get there. And then promptly shut down all offense the Buffalo Sabres had as we lifted the cup. And game number 7, 1-0, boys. Man. We got some decisions in the offseason, though. We do have some players to re-sign, and we can always retool. And how are our younger players growing that we've drafted? Let's go ahead and see how we do, boys. But that's it for this one. Hope you guys are looking forward to the free agency video, because I'm looking forward to go back-to-back, boys. Let's get it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you are enjoying the fact that the Predators won the Stanley Cup. And I will see you in the next one.